I'm here with Dakpo. Thanks for joining me, Dakpo. He's one of the best Diddy players in the world, if not the best Diddy Kong player in the world, and probably my favorite PGR player. And it's totally not because of my bias towards being a Diddy Kong main as well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing just fine.
So there's many questions that I have in terms of how you started off in Smash, and in terms of did you even start with much older games. So, what was the first Smash game that you started playing competitively?
Ooh, so the first Smash game I started playing competitively. Well, before I even get into that, uh, just want to clear something up for the record so it doesn't come back and bite me. I've never made PGR, but I appreciate.
Really?
Um, yeah, I appreciate that. So my first Smash game was Brawl. I was actually a Zero Suit Samus main that had a secondary of Luigi. Um, Towards the end of the game, I got to be about a top five Zero Suit Samus, which I don't know how much that really means being the top five of a mid tier, but I got there, did that whole shtick. Then I went to Project M. Project M was awesome. I played Game and Watch in that game. Um, I did become the best Game and Watch for quite some time until they started nerfing my character. Um, And then Mr. L's kind of stepped in right when that was happening too, and he was an incredible Mr. Game Watch. He definitely overtook me as best Game Watch player. But um, and then Smash 4 came out, and I did right when Smash 4 came out, I picked up Melee. So I was doing Falco and Game Watch and Melee, and then I was doing Zero Suit and Luigi and Smash 4. And then right at the tail coat of Smash 4's ending, I was like, you know what? I've always wanted to play Diddy. I'm just do it. And then I was
Okay.
just random Diddy main 4 billion. And then Ultimate came out, and I was like the only Diddy. I was like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, I remember when Ultimate first came out. Ultimate's the first game I got into competitively. I had a humongous character crisis, and when I tried out Diddy, it was before the I don't remember what patch it was, but when he got insanely buffed and mostly fixed. And so, how did you feel about those buffs? Because must have been breathing in a lot of life into Diddy Kong.
Are you talking about the one where he got the recovery buff?
He had his recovery buff, his up smash buff. I think it was all in the same patch as well. I don't remember what patch it was, but it was the first Diddy Kong buff that was introduced in Ultimate, and it fixed a lot of Diddy Kong's problems. It also made his down air more powerful as well.
Did it make it stronger, or did it make it like the startup, or the I think either the startup increased by like 2 frames, or I don't have it in front of me, but that patch was great.
3.1, he says. Let me look it up.
But that patch was great. I think the recovery buff was so important, so incredibly important. I often think back, like if I just transported to the back to the beginning of Ultimate, like how could I have done? And I just started thinking like I would have probably just been gimped so many times because that recovery is such an important. Yeah, see, down air attack
Yeah.
increased attack speed. Yeah, it increased by 2 frames. I think it went from like 16 to 14 or something around there. Um,
Also,
but
dash attack was adjusted launch angle. Yeah, he had a lot of things. Also, a final smash buff, if that's of any importance to the
hey, let's go.
to the party game
Let's
players.
see, upper attack. Yeah, they made up air less laggy too, which helps a lot with some of those landing combos. Um, I think one of the patches they also buffed Nair, but we didn't really understand how good that was until a while. But the recovery buff, man,
It was perfect.
it was so good because so like my entire life I've lived in Texas, and a bit of rivalry between I wouldn't even call it a rivalry in this game. But Austin, the Ness main, had like a 12-0 record over me.
Yeah.
And then I moved away. I got better. My character got buffed. I came back for low tier city, and then I beat him on the big stage, and I was like, these buffs are real. These buffs are good. Um, it also helped that I had grown as a player since then too. But yeah, these when these buffs came out, my region was like, "What are they doing? Don't what? Stop!" And I was like, "Okay, it's on."
Yeah, I still remember Diddy Kong's recovery at the beginning before the patch. It was quite something. I don't know what they were thinking putting it into the game in the first place.
It was weird. They were trying to find a weird balance of where he couldn't recover vertically very fast, but he could recover horizontally really quickly. Which honestly, it's why we have all those really sick barrel combos. And then they're like, "Yeah, we'll just put the vertical charge back on it."
Yeah, I'm so happy they did that because I don't know what I would be doing if Diddy still didn't have all those buffs. Also, so you said you started picking up Diddy in late Smash 4. How did that? Because obviously Diddy in Smash 4 was a hot topic when he first came out. He was obviously known to be extremely overpowered, and then he got severely nerfed. Was it?
Mm. I think his up air got nerfed somewhere like 4 different times, like 4 completely different patches. They reduced like the knockback and speed of up air.
Wow, that's man.
Yeah, it's insane. Like I like to tell the new Diddies this for them to understand how absurd Diddy's up air was in Smash 4. So you know how like what's the most iconic Diddy combo that doesn't involve banana?
Dash attack to up air.
I would say like down tilt up smash. I would say
Yeah,
like
that too.
that's like the big one. Okay. In Smash 4 when it came out, up air was so broken that you're supposed to do down tilt up air instead of up smash. That was the kill confirm. Um, but I really wish I got to play that Diddy.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah, I
So
remember
crazy I got to.
seeing a clip of Diddy Kong killing a Ness at 97% when the Ness was almost to the ground level of FD, and I was
It's so
I was
ridiculous.
quite perplexed as to how that happened in its entirety because under what circumstances do they allow such a thing to happen?
I I have no idea, but oh man. I wish I got to play it. I really wish I got like my hands on like old Smash 4. Um,
Well, we're hoping that they buff Ultimate Diddy, which is a dream many people have.
that's right. I promise you, all we need is that up air is buffed. It's gonna be a lot harder now that Tweak's making the character look so good, but I think if up air got buffed, I think he'd be perfectly balanced, like as like a solid high tier character. Like he could do everything he needed to do. We just needed that up air buff, just like maybe like 3 or 4 knock base knockback or something like that.
Yeah, I think that would actually help him a lot because I don't know about you, but I never use up air to kill. I use it as a back air, up air, down air confirm. Because other than that, I've never seen any of my up airs kill past like 130, 140, even with barely any DI, and
Yep.
it's kind of demoralizing when you know that Diddy's up air used to be so good.
Yeah, it used to be absolutely insane.
But talking more about Diddy, what's your favorite iteration of Diddy Kong? Was it the Brawl? Was it Smash 4? Or was it Ultimate in its current state?
Well, I hated Brawl Diddy because
Double
that was
bananas.
one of my worst matchups. Yeah. Smash 4 Diddy was all right. Ultimate Diddy's like hands down like the best iteration from an official Nintendo game. Like he has so much tech, so much depth, so many combos. Um, Project M Diddy's actually really sick too. He's super fast, and it's a completely different type of Diddy. He gets his bananas, but bananas put you in tech situations rather than just like straight up tripping you.
Oh, okay.
Um, and he's just so fast, which is really really cool. So I would say it goes Ultimate, Project M, and then probably Brawl Smash 4.
Oh, so Smash 4 is all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, if I played Diddy in or in Brawl, I would have dug that because he has two bananas, and I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Also, I remember a lot of people saying that Ultimate Diddy is a lot better because it's, as you said, it's a lot more technical compared to just Banana F Smash that Brawl Diddy had, or not Brawl Diddy, that Smash 4 Diddy had at the end of the game when he was severely nerfed.
And people also don't realize that banana forward smash wasn't really a thing because you couldn't do smashes out of your dash. You could only do like jump, cancel, up smash. So it was banana run forward up smash. But in this game, we got banana run forward charge F smash, which is kind of a weird thing to think that we didn't have that. And we also didn't have banana run forward down tilt either. You couldn't do that.
Oh, so it was actually, so from what it sounds like it was really a limited amount of things that Diddy can do from Banana in Smash 4.
A lot. There's a lot more movement um in Smash Ultimate than I would say Smash 4. There's a little bit more micro movement with perfect pivots and such, but like on a grand scale. I
Yeah.
like the movement way better in Smash Ultimate.
Yeah. Uh, were you? I saw your whole post before the infinite removal came out about Diddy. How you're storing memes if infinites wasn't patched and memes if infinites were patched. How did you feel about that overall? Because the existence of infinites is obviously a kind of odd, it's a odd thing in Smash in general because there was things such as wobbling or ice climbers in Brawl and stuff like that. So did you feel as if the removal of Diddy's infinite was a good thing, or did you feel like as if it removed a lot of stuff from his character?
Um, it's a tricky topic to navigate. I mentioned this in my original guide that I always assessed Diddy without the infinite because I knew that uh, Nintendo tries really hard to get rid of infinites and such. They've removed so many infinites in the past. They um, done everything in their power to remove Ice Climber infinites. They've done everything in their power. Even Smash 4 infinites, grab release infinites. I don't know if you're familiar with the Yumeki infinite that Peach had on Sheik in Smash 4, but after like 2 years of the game being out, Nintendo was finally like, yeah, we're getting rid of this. And I just remember seeing Yumeki like really sad tweet saying like I practiced this every day for like 2 years and they just took it away. So I learned from them. I always knew that this is something that could be taken away instantly. And I just keep on using it until then. And when they took it away, like it was kind of sad, but I'd been ready for it. Um, the cool thing is, uh, I still have all of my infinite setups, and those setups, what I'm learning to do with out of those now instead of doing it infinite, those are still like super high damage conversion combos. Like if I get someone to miss that tech on a platform and I hit them with banana and they don't know what's about to happen next, which I'm gonna be real, I haven't really shown anyone what I've been doing. Um, I could take them from anywhere from like 0 to 70, 0 to 80, 0 to 90. I've got some really nasty tricks that I'm probably going to be saving for tournament play. I'm not going to really post those clips because I'm pretty much friends with everyone on the local PR. So
Okay.
I want to clip them in tournament
Oh,
first.
okay. They're gonna be happy to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
But man, it sounds like you're really ready for offline tournaments. But based on how pretty much everything's going the online tournament catastrophe in terms of how unorganized the online tournaments are. And I've read about many people speculating how online tournaments are going to be a thing even after a year later from this because of how rabid the whole coronavirus precautions are. Do you think that's going to be the case?
I suspect that people will try to start hosting tournaments of summer of next year. I think that's when things will come back up.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good actually because it gives a lot of time for people to actually prepare the good precautions, and in a year anything could really happen.
Yeah, and I think that gives tournament organizers just enough time to figure out what's going on and what they should be doing to make events safe and such.
Yeah, how do you feel about the not being able to attend offline tournaments? Because you're you've been very vocal on how much worse Diddy gets in terms of online play compared to offline play in your play style. So, do you feel that you've been kind of bummed out about it, or is it just giving you an insane more resolve to just practice more until you could finally dunk on your PGR friends on the next offline tournament?
Uh, so the whole offline thing, I have a really good small group of people that I train with every week. We meet up on every Saturdays, involves MVD and some of the PR players here. Um, so I do get high level practice every week still. When it first happened, I was really distraught because I had just come off of a win from Gluttony. I just came off getting second at a C tier event, and I was doing really hot. And then all this came, and so there's no more PGR events, and that season pretty much ended. I'm really curious. I want them to just release, PGR based on what they had, because I think I was at a PGR ranking. That would have been my first time ever being PGR ranked, and that's honestly been my number one goal
Wow.
since probably since the middle of Smash 4 when they really started doing it. So I don't know what I would do if I reached my goal. I think that would just encourage me to play only Diddy because right now I'm picking up Game and Watch for a few matchups. So
Yeah. You think that Game and Watch covers a lot of really bad Diddy matchups?
oh, I know he does. I'll play MVD for a long time with Diddy and we'll have a great time. And then as soon as I start playing Game and Watch, both of us stop having fun and the matches get way more serious and I start taking a lot more games. It's and I was like, okay, I realized that there's like a difference between wanting to have fun and wanting to win, and like Game and Watch is going to be necessary some of those times. But it's okay. I've got like a big history with Game and Watch. I like the character anyway, so
Yeah. But also in terms of overall practice, because obviously it's really good that you're getting high level practice, but in terms of because I've heard a lot of people say that as much practice as you get, some people get more practice when they're in a tournament setting, in a sense. Because there's like they it's not just the game practice, but it's also the the audience and how you react under pressure. Do you get any stage jitters in a sense in tournaments?
not anymore. I'm too old for that. I've been competing for like 12 years now. It's not really a factor for me anymore. I've done it. I've done probably over 1,000 events, and after a while, it's just another day. So I'm really good at transitioning my practice mindset or my tournament mindset into my practice mindset. A lot of the practice we do on Saturdays, it's really serious with counter picks and bans, and we talk about the set afterwards, and there's a lot of pride on the line. So I think I'm going to be perfectly fine going back into offline events.
Wow, that actually sounds really good. Uh, in the event that let's hope not. Let's knock on wood. In the event that something horrible happens, because obviously 2020 has still a couple months left to go and still an insane amount of surprises left for us. In the event that online tournaments are here to stay for a very, very long time, do you think that eventually you'll go on online tournaments in case they start creating a online PGR in a sense?
Nope, I'll just play Melee.
You'll just play
Melee
melee.
has Yeah, Melee is probably the best Smash game anyways, and it is has online that's literally as good as sitting next to someone on a CRTV. I can play anybody from around the world whenever I want to, and it's lagless. I'm not an amazing player in Melee, so there's really no pressure to do well. I I entered a tournament on Saturday and no one knows who I was, and that was awesome because there was no pressure, there was no expectations, and I went and I lost to low tier characters. It was great. Um, so I would definitely, if it looks like offline tournaments were never going to be a thing, I'd just switch to Melee.
Well, uh, does because I had read up on articles saying that Sakurai had tried rollback in online for Ultimate, but apparently there was setbacks in terms of more than two people play, and that kind of bummed me out because obviously Nintendo are trying. Well, I don't know about Nintendo themselves, but more Sakurai, since he's the original designer of the game. He intended for more party game design. So I had read in an article that when they tried netback roleplay for online, it didn't work on a four-man setting because of how there was just too many setbacks compared to the lagless interface. And I was pretty sad.
Yeah, I'm super skeptical of what they actually went through for online play. They've never really shown much aptitude for it. They've done better. They've done better and better each game. Melee was intended to have it. Brawl finally had it, but it was awful. It was so bad in Brawl that I don't know if you've ever heard me mash out or heard about my mashing out. Have you heard anything
No,
about
I
that?
haven't. Enlighten.
So I'll just I'll just let you listen to what it sounds like when I mash out. So this is my controller, by the way.
Ah, okay.
So a normal person mashes out, you hear this. This is my mash.
Oh my god.
Sounds like a rattlesnake or something like that. And that's because Brawl Online was so bad that I could see myself getting grabbed like a full second before it happens. Like I could see the animation happening for it, and I would just start mashing out preemptively. And then I got really amazing at grabs or mashing out of grabs because Wi-Fi was so terrible. Smash 4 Wi-Fi was a little bit better. Um, People really started getting on each other for having LAN adapters. And for Glory was Nintendo finally recognizing that there are people who want to play it more competitively. And in this game, they've done a lot better. There's arenas. Arenas are cool. Um, a lot of that stuff, you can pick your stages, you can change characters. And then they added Elite Smash, which was cool too. It's not that elite, but of course, it's hard to say that when, you're a part of like this in-depth competitive community that's like has to be like 0.01% of the actual population of people who play the game. So many people play this game casually, we forget.
Yeah, and I am happy about the recent fixes they did to 1v1 on online for Ultimate, where they fixed 1.1 frame of input lag on battle arenas for players who do one versus one matches, and it is kind of a bummer that they still haven't figured out how to do it for if more people join the arena, but I actually started feeling the difference for it.
Oh, well, look at that.
It's slightly easier to do Diddy banana combos, which I only do one, which is banana. It's the banana down air rocket combo for around 70%. And even then, it's still super hard to do online. I don't know.
It's super
I don't know
hard. Super hard.
how
I
people
tried it
do
once
it.
and I was like, I'm out.
I'm out. Yeah, I have a online banana combo, but it's not good. It's just very flashy. Where I do a banana smash throw, and then I catch it with nair, and then throw the banana on the jump, do up air, and then I do two back airs. And it does around 42%, and that's the extent of my online capabilities with Diddy Kong Banana, because especially since a lot more people join the arenas nowadays, since they're public. Even if you make them private, sometimes other friends join. It makes it a lot harder for banana setups to be a thing.
Yup. 42 isn't bad. Not for online, anyways.
For online, it's any percent you can get any good percent.
That's right.
But so you said yourself that Melee is your favorite game, right?
Um, I think so. I think it's pretty safe to say that.
Is it just because of the fundamentals itself, or is it because you have more fun because of the availability of online?
I think Melee is just way more fun to move around in. Like, it's so fun to slide around on the ground. Like, you're just on ice constantly, but you've got like, but you can like turn on a dime. You can go wherever you want. You can express yourself so incredibly well in that game. The issue is just like the learning barrier and the skill cap. Because like, I'll be real, like it's so much harder to be good at Melee than any other Smash game. Simply because a lot of the people you're competing against at like the top of the PR level, like they've been playing the game for 8, 9, 10 years, and like you're trying to surmount that skill. So it's real hard to get to break those barriers. A game like Smash Ultimate, and to another extent, Smash 4, you did have your brawl people, which honestly, so many of the brawl fundamentals have carried me through Smash Ultimate. Um, but you always see like new players who only played Ultimate rise up and like challenge these like high level players, all these like young prodigies come up. You don't see that in Melee ever. So but it's just so fun to move around. I don't it's and once you do like these sick combos, you're just like, yeah, that was me. I did that. They change all the time. And one thing that's really different about Melee that compared to the other games is that there's a lot more interaction when you're comboing and when you're being comboed. So a lot of it, when you're being comboed, a lot of it's like, are you DIing in? Are you DIing out? Are you SDIing? Are you um, ASDI? Are you aiming for platforms, stuff like this? And all this stuff matters because it directly affects which moves the other person's going to use. Can you get out of their combo? Can you trick them up somehow? Um, just really, really interactive for the most part in all sense. Now it's not a perfect game, but it's just so fun to move.
Yeah, there's always gonna be the really fun combos. For me, I think uh, Falcon has the flashiest combos in Melee, just because everything lands into knee, and knee is just so satisfying when it hits. I don't know why. Uh, I'm curious to know, who do you mainly dread playing against, like character wise in Melee?
Falco.
Really?
I hate Falco. I wish I was the only person allowed to play Falco because the Ditto is it's horrendous. We're both lasering each other. We can't move. Um, and so your entire neutral that you've learned is just kind of ruined, and then you just sit there and ruin their neutral, and so you're just flubbing around.
Both doing short hop
Yeah,
lasers.
yeah, and just but there's I can't tell you probably thousands of lasers just both of us running into it headlong, trying to, because what it is the Ditto is so hard because it usually favors the more aggressive one. And how you beat Falco lasers is it has such short hit stun that you just have to get really good at taking a laser and moving like the frame after you're out. Um, and it's just really, really tricky and it feels awful. So,
What's the character you like playing against the most? Just like whenever you see a character, you go, all right, now I get to play the game.
Fox for sure. Fox versus Falco is probably one of the most iconic Smash mashups. In my opinion, it is the best match up in all Smash history. It is. There's both characters destroy each other. Both characters are fast. Both characters are flashy. Both characters are changing their meta game, even into 20 years after the game comes out. It's just the most timeless matchup of all time.
Yeah, it's especially rewarding to see every single top eight being a combination of either Fox Dittos, Falco Dittos, or the Fox and Falco matchup, and then Hungry Box with Jigglypuff.
Yep, and Hungry Box usually wins. It's kind of
It is
crazy.
kind of crazy. And the crab gets involved, and then everyone gets in trouble.
Yep.
Going back to Ultimate a bit, in terms of how you deal with bad and good matchups with Diddy, who do you think is the worst and absolute best matchup for Diddy?
So this is gonna sound weird, but the question itself, there's a lot of variables to it. So I want to answer the way I like to think about it. I think the absolute worst matchup that we have is Pikachu. There might be arguments that Pac-Man is worse than Pikachu, but in terms of an actual tournament setting, it's much more likely that you'll run into a Pikachu than it is you're going to run into a Pac-Man or a Duck Hunt or something of that nature. So I would say Pikachu is his worst matchup. But in the same vein, I think that Palutena is our best matchup. Not in the sense of he wins really hard like 3-0 or anything, but Palutena is probably one of the most common characters in the entire game. And we win that matchup. So it's probably the most important matchup that we win. Palutena, we do amazing versus the swords too. So
That's pretty good to hear. In terms of not matchup wise, but what's the ultimate character that you've grown when you play against, just out of sheer not wanting to play the game?
let me see. It's actually changed. In Smash 4, it used to be Greninja. I hated Greninja.
Really? I wasn't expecting that answer.
Yeah. Well, Smash 4 Greninja had this weird property of where he would just teleport out of multi-hit moves. And I main Zero Suit Samus, so I couldn't forward smash Greninja. I couldn't up B Greninja. I couldn't forward air Greninja. It was just awful. In this game though, I probably dislike probably either Fox. I'm still trying to figure out what the heck Pac-Man's doing. Me Gunner's pretty awful too. I'm pretty sure that's a bad matchup for Diddy, but it's so hard. Yeah, I'd probably say Fox or Me Gunner. I also don't like Olimar, but I'm getting better at that matchup. And Little Mac is also the worst. I have developed an incredibly degenerate Little Mac strategy, but I still hate fighting the character.
And what's your Little Mac removal tip? Because I have a specific player I play against who plays Little Mac, and it's a extreme struggle for me, especially on online.
So one, you have to make sure you don't go to FD. FD, you can't do anything on FD. If he gets KO punch, you literally just have to just roll the dice and hope he doesn't guess right. But tri-platform stages are definitely the best, somewhere where you can stand above Little Mac. So like Battlefield or something like that. Town and City is also good. What you do is you pull out the banana and then when you catch it, you immediately Z drop it and catch it with an aerial again. So you use one use of the banana. Or if you catch it and you don't want to do all that, you just throw the banana down and grab it. So that way the banana goes away after one use. And then once you do that, then you go down to the ground and you fight Little Mac with your banana and you throw it. And if it misses, you just go to a platform and you do the same thing. You do not fight Little Mac without a one-use banana. Because if you go down and you fight him and the banana's got two uses and you miss, he's gonna go pick it up and it's really annoying. But if it's got one use and you throw it, it hits him, then you take him off stage and you do your Diddy thing. If it doesn't, you just peace out. And that's it. You literally do not interact with Little Mac without a banana in your hand. And that's what you do. And it gets really annoying for both players. And I've lamed out a lot of Little Macs with it, and it's great.
I feel like the concept of Little Mac incites a lot of campy play because no one can fight Little Mac on even ground, on because it's just impossible to beat his frame data or his constant smash attack spam and his super armor or all of his moves. So I feel like everyone just sits back and if they have projectiles, they just let them rip, or if they're sorties, then they just have to, I guess, aerial their way to victory. So
Yup, it's rough. I just dislike it.
So going back to your Smash Ultimate scene, is there a player you consider a rival or a close competitor whenever you see him in tournament or in bracket?
It's hard to say. There's one player that I'm always chasing, and his name's Foe. He's probably the best Ness. I could pretty confidently say that he's the best Ness player in the world. I don't know how. I feel like all the Ness players don't make it look like they're trying hard to get good at the game, but they are all secretly really, really good at the game. It's hard to call them a rival because our record is so crazy skewed in his favor. Maybe someone closer to a rival would be Vin. Vin and I go. He's a Zelda player, and we go about even. It's really hard. Like different seasons, we've ended up on top of each other, but yeah, I would say me and Vin are really close.
Who's the player you fear the most in bracket? They just see commonly in.
We have a player named Snoop, and he's a really solid player, but I hate Yoshi. I think actually I forgot. I'm getting better at it. Like I've hated Yoshi for a long time in this game. I've gotten way better at playing lame, and actually the Z drop cancel aerial stuff changes that matchup immensely. So it's probably not that as bad, but man, do I hate playing against Yoshi every time. I hate getting forward aired off stage.
I just don't
It's
like the funky down air he's got that just destroys your shield.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Do you have any if ever off in the event that offline tournaments do come back and you start getting more engrossed in the scene and PGR starts to develop, and if ever you do complete your dream of making it, do you think that you'd attend like a wider variety of tournaments?
I think I would. I was actually getting ready to try to go to a lot further tournaments away. Right now, I'm at a great part in life where I have like a decent amount of energy and some disposable income because I've got a really solid job, and I can take off when I need to. I was gonna make kind of a big deal of it, and then COVID. So if everything lightens up and I've still got like, the ability to take off time when I need to and the correct money flow, then yeah, I would love to.
Hmm. Also, I had seen you had started a new job, was it, or was starting back up an old one?
Um, kind of. My role has recently changed a little bit. Not that I actually changed jobs, but what I do in my job has been changing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to hear. I hope everything does work out for you because honestly, seeing you attend more tournaments and developing the Diddy meta is always exciting because I find that Diddy is one of the most versatile characters simply because he is banana. Because there's so many different things that he can do based off of it. So.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I want to do the same thing. I'm glad you enjoy it.
And so now we're gonna mention the Horseman of the Apocalypse for Diddy Kong players. Tweak. How do you feel about the whole renaissance of people saying that Diddy is top 10 and top 15 because of Tweak's recent antics with the character?
I I freaking love it. I've been behind the scenes and like I've been telling Tweak, hey, do this thing. This is broken. And then like the next day I'll see him do it, and then I'll be like, okay, now do this thing. It's broken. And they're like, and then he's like, okay, and, like he just does it, and he just like adapts so fast. I've never seen anybody take my advice so fast. Like if he actually watched my entire Diddy guide, like he could have gotten faster, even better. But I told him everything I could, and like he would just immediately implement it. And then everyone's like, "Wow, that's really broken." I'm like, I've been trying to tell you guys for like a year. If the top player has to do it to really show you guys how broken it is, that's fine. As long as I know personally that I um, engineered just about all of this like super relevant meta tech, like that my Diddy guide was so ahead of its time. It's held up so well, and it's so important to what Diddy's are doing now. Really, the only thing that's outdated is um, probably uh, I guess now our new F tilt usage, the infinites being gone, and the combos. But I've already made an update to the combos. I was so dead on when Banana B. I was like, yeah, just start doing that. That's still super relevant. I still see most Diddy players not doing Banana B, and they're doing Banana Grab. Banana Grab in 2020, man. It's not it. It's not it.
Yeah, I'm also ashamed of saying that I do banana grab as well. Because online, I'm just like, get every percent I can, and I don't think of doing up B.
I
I.
know. I know a lot of it too. I every once in a while I'll Banana Grab if I don't think Banana's gonna hit. But
So, do you think that because I'm really curious to know. I don't remember seeing this on Twitter or from anything you've said. But what do you think Diddy's tier placement is?
mm, it's pretty hard to say. A lot of the time I feel like he's like a mid-tier character. And then it's hard to argue with what Tweak does. I think if Tweak can produce at least similar results to as he is now, I'd say he'd be high tier. Um, I've always thought Diddy's like hovering around that spot. I think right after he got the recovery buff, I was like pretty sure that this character could possibly be high tier. He does lack a few things. He does lack people say Diddy lacks kill power. I don't think they realize that they mean Diddy lacks aerial kill power, because that's what it really comes down to. If he could kill off of straight back airs and forward airs and up airs, that would cement his spot that, oh yeah, he's got kill power. Because if you think about characters who have kill power, you're like, oh, Wolf, and you know, down smash comes to mind. But yeah, but no, it's like back air that's what makes that character have the kill power. You know, Wario with like waft, that's where the kill power comes from. It's not doing that on the ground. It's how well can your character kill in the air. And I honestly think if he got that up air buff, that up air was stronger than and if Possibly we got a kill confirm back, even if it's at like 120 off of up throw, 110, something like that. Then character instantly shoots up to being high tier and super tournament viable.
Is that something you'd want to see? Increase in Diddy players?
Um, I'm down. I'm super down. I didn't mind. Um, as a competitor, it's probably not beneficial that there's more Diddy players to teach other players to match up. But at the same time, like I love the community. This is being with the Diddy community has probably been like the closest I've ever been with any like character community before. Usually I'm just another main, another Zero Suit, another Falco or whatever. So
Oh, that's good to hear. It actually does help a lot that the Diddy community constantly finds new ways to innovate with combos, and so it's all just a pile of who can make the most stylish combo to beat Dakpo's Diddy guide.
good. I'm about to put out another combo video, by the way. It'll be
Oh,
really cool.
really? I'm excited to
Yeah.
see. I'm really excited because I will probably plagiarize these combos or attempt to at least.
I mean, I think the people who study me closely have seen a lot of them because a lot of them are me showcasing like some of the advanced combos and stuff. Um, some of them are really cool though. It's my first combo video that I did, the Beefy Smash dudes did it for me, and I was not allowed to use any tournament footage.
Oh.
Um, they or I couldn't use, it's not that I couldn't use tournament footage, I couldn't use footage that was from a stream. So if I wanted to use footage, I had to like save the replay so that there was no stream overlay when they put it into the video. So I had a lot of like these sick clips that I could never post. um the second combo video, someone's helping me do it, and it's not as formal or strict, so I get to put in all those goodies even if they're a little old. But
Oh, that's good. Uh, what was I think I remember you saying this, but what was your most satisfying victory? Because I remember you saying it was against Gluttony.
yeah, I would definitely say the gluttony one was probably my biggest win of my career. I've beaten a lot of people, um, in a lot of different games. I did have PGR wins in Smash 4. I did beat Mewtwo King and West Balls in Project M. I didn't beat anybody in Brawl. um, Most satisfying win. I think I would say it's pretty much Gluttony. That was a pretty awesome win for me because it kind of um, a little backstory about it, and someone dug it up on my Twitter somehow. But I played Gluttony like a month and a half in like a money match, and then we played like friendlies for like 20 games or so, and it was like heavily skewed, like 18 to his favor. And after that, like I tweeted, I was like, it's always good to, play one of the best players in the world to kind of understand where you are and see what you need to do to progress. And then I studied his matches versus Tweak, learned what Tweak was doing, implemented my punish game, and then it was like, oh, yeah, I could do that too. And so that was just like really self-rewarding for myself to see that I can, compete at that top level, because I have never been able to do that in this game or Smash 4.
Oh, that's
I couldn't PM though.
oh well, that works actually. But yeah, it's obviously really something whenever you beat someone that's at such a high placement in world classings and in PGR. So yeah, there was a lot of people who were saying because I remember when that tournament happened when you had beat Gluttony. I saw so many people. That I think that was when people started to see how good Diddy was.
Yeah, that also sparked the, oh, did he win just because of the infinite? Well, I don't know. He won game one without it. And it was like everyone's like, I don't know. There's a lot of confusion there.
The Diddy is top 10 argument started to pop up from there, I think.
Did he top 10, please?
Honestly, I think that with the Infinite, Diddy was pretty high up there, because it is a whole infinite.
True. Um, it it happens a lot with matchup and familiarity, but like everyone in my region pretty much knew how to stay away from it. Everyone in my region still knows how to stay away from it, but anytime I get to face someone new, they don't know what I'm doing. It's usually a nightmare to avoid. So
No, that's good. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Dakpo. I'm really, really thankful for you joining me on this.
yeah, absolutely, man. I had fun.
I learned a lot, and I will hopefully develop my Diddy a bit more, and I'm going to be gladly awaiting your new combo video on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course.
Thanks to everyone else who was watching as well. Thanks to those who followed, and I will see you guys on the next stream.
All right, bye guys.